Okay, we're recording.
I'm wearing my glasses today. Do I look smart?
No, you so do. No, you look great.
Do I sound smart?
I like the glasses.
I guess that's what I should say to the viewer.
I like the glasses.
Do I like sound like I know what I'm like saying?
I had hoops on. I put on hoops today.
Isn't it
I'm
wild?
in my hoop era.
You are.
I think you pushed me to be in my hoop era, Katie too, and now I'm in it.
Nothing says Italian from the Northeast like a good hoop. Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Candace.
And welcome to Don't Start.
And as we like to say, don't start.
Candace, save it for the show.
Exactly. So let's get to it.
But you don't want to say anything about my glasses? These are my seeing
ears.
Glasses.
These are your... Oh, wait. She walked in and I was like, you look great in glasses. She's like, my actual glasses. I'm like, yes, you're
but
seeing.
I'll take it.
Not for fashion.
But they're these big ones.
Not for fashion.
I'm sure that other people out there feel me. But... that like if I'm waking up too early, it hurts my eyes with contacts in.
Yeah.
But also if my face is not feeling like a face, if it feels like it's just not doing it, not working.
It looks beautiful.
You throw in some glasses.
But you have like really nice frames. Like they're like a nice pair of glasses.
They're Warby Parker. People know that out there. Warby Parker, they're super easy, not too expensive.
Their email. Why am I getting their email?
For
it's time for me to
maybe
get
it's
glasses.
telling you.
It's telling me. Wait,
how are you?
Sarah, I'm really excited about today.
I'm a little nervous. I might be schwitzing a little bit.
I'm a little schwitzing. I put on extra lip gloss. We have like
I did too. Mine is tinted.
Oh, yours is beautiful. Mine's like some red schmush. I love it. I'm really excited about our guest today.
It's extraordinary. I think this was a big get. And I don't know if you know this about me, but I get extremely emotional seeing powerful women accomplish everything they've ever achieved.
I know.
And she is one of them. And with knowing her story, she seems like she just gets it. And I can't wait to hear how she did it.
Inspirational. Oh God, she's in the waiting room.
Well, give us a little bit
quick
intro.
Spiel, and then we're gonna like bring her in. I'm so nervous and excited. I've been wanting to get this guest. Okay, here we go. So Cindy's our guest, Cindy Cowan. She is an Emmy winner, a Oscar-nominated producer of movies like Miracle on 42nd Street, Traffic. She was the 2018 Woman of the Year award, was presented by a Women's Image Network. In 2019, she got the Humanitarian of the Year award, and she was a recipient from the Hollywood Women's Film Institute. She also sits on the boards of amazing nonprofit organizations like Little Kids Rock. It provides free instruments and lessons to underserved public schools. I am stuttering.
The woman does it all.
And shuddering because there's so many things that
shuddering.
I am. She's been in the Santa Barbara Film Festival. She's been around people like Alicia Keys, Samuel L. Jackson, Terrence Howard. Oh my God, the NSYNC Project. I can keep going on and on. I don't know where to begin.
Together.
I'm pulling it together.
It's time to start.
Don't start. All right, let's bring her in. I hope she can hear us. I think she can.
And she has a gorgeous fireplace.
Oh my God. Hi.
Hi, girls.
We are so excited to have you. We're both a little nervous and schwitzing over the fact that you said yes to being a guest on our podcast. Thank you so much.
You look absolutely gorgeous, and you have a real fire happening behind you. It's not AI, right?
Oh, it's not AI. I'm a Floridian. I'm always cold.
I went to the University of Miami, and then I lived in Florida for, I would say, half of my life. Miami, Orlando, Palm Beach. But are you coming from Los Angeles right now?
Yes, I'm from Los Angeles right now, but I grew up in Miami. Miami girl at heart.
I love Sarah. Oh, there she goes.
Yeah.
Cindy, we are so grateful that you're doing this podcast with us. But more importantly, we both did like mega research on you. I don't have enough paper
in my printer
for your bio. I cannot get over, first of all, how successful you've been in the entertainment industry, being a female producer, then jumping into nonprofits. Now with your entertainment company, you also are dipping your toes. I shouldn't even say dipping your toes. You're going into television. You're an award-winning equestrian. We couldn't get over it. Sarah and I just kept chatting back and forth, and I was like, let's just talk to her because I'm not doing it justice.
How do you do it all, Cindy?
Oh, you guys are so sweet. I've lived a full life. That's all I can say. I'm like, you never know when it's going to end, so I'm living every day at the fullest. Just do it all.
Yeah.
How did it start for you? Did you fall in love with TV and you were like, I want to be a producer?
No, I went to school for psychology, believe it or not. I'm a sex therapist. How's that for
Yeah.
you?
Oh, we could talk about that another
We
day.
chatted about
That's a
that,
whole
Sarah and
other
I.
show, but I got a degree, and then I took that infamous year off that we should never do. Worked for my father's hotel. My dad was in the hotel business in Florida, and decided that wasn't really for me. And I had written a song by accident that was with Simon Cowell's, one of his first artists named Sunita, and strangely, it went top 10 all throughout Europe. And I think it was Simon Cowell's first as well as my
Wow.
first. And
That's amazing.
came out to California, not really thinking I was a songwriter, but kind of, feeling myself, became a BMI writer, and then met a guy named Howard Hewitt with a group called Shalimar, who I think my song with him was number 3 on the R&B charts for well over a year, and then Engelbert Humperdinck. And then a lot of my friends were big musicians, and I knew I wasn't anywhere near their talent. To me, it was a hobby, and I just thought like, oh my God, somebody's paying me for this. So I kind of dipped my toe in film, not thinking that was going to go anywhere. I literally started as a PA like everybody else, kept climbing the ranks, and then one day decided I could do this as well as anybody else and started my own company. And then that was, 5 years later, we had an Emmy nomination, a Golden Globe, a People's Choice, 4 Oscar nominations. It was crazy. It was all in 5 years. It was not predicted or supposed to happen, but I luckily fall up, so somebody up there loves me.
Yeah.
They sure do.
Really an extraordinary accomplishments and everything. But I wanted to ask, when it comes to music, you say it was a hobby. You weren't surrounded, or you didn't just, since like child, maybe played piano or sang around the house, or how did you feel like you just...
Well, a little unknown fact. Sammy Davis Jr. was my godfather. So my parents had this crazy hotel that I guess the best way to compare it is maybe Caesar's Palace in Vegas was like the sister hotel. So everybody played there. I mean, Diana Ross, Frank Sinatra, Liza Minnelli, Sammy Davis Jr. So when I was just a little kid, they were always around, and I just loved music. I just loved it. So when somebody asked me to put lyrics to the first song I ever wrote, I think they expected like poetry back. And I, at the time, was writing copy for CBS, and I don't really think they thought I would write a song. But when I gave it back to them, I'm like, here's the melody, here's the chorus, here's the bridge, and that's the song that ultimately took off. But I don't know. Music is everything. I mean, it changes your mood. It makes you happy, makes you sad. It's like brings you back in time. I love music.
You
I
were
love
literally
that.
surrounded by musical gods growing up.
That's
Surrounded by
no,
musical
that
gods.
is
Didn't necessarily
amazing.
help me,
Yeah.
but yes, I think they by osmosis. I got.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
I say the same thing. Candace and I both grew up in musical theater, but music, singing, playing instruments. And I've always said, like, going to concerts for me is my religious experience because
too.
it does
Oh, yeah.
change everything.
Oh
for
my
me.
God. And you know what? You're being kind. You're downplaying writing a song. Writing a song is not easy. I write music, and it's not easy for me. I have my own song that's in my comedy special because I do a stand-up that's more of a theatrical stand-up. And that one song that I wrote, took me a while. So I will say you're downplaying it. The fact that you can write lyrics, and by the way, the song took off.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it went away. It took off. That you are super talented, and
Gifted.
gifted. I will also say,
Kind of fun. During COVID, I decided I hadn't written in so long, and two of my friends were here and stuck from other countries. One was stuck from Greece, one was in from Brazil, and we decided to do a musical short. It was the first time I'd written music in a long time. We're actually just finishing that to come out, and nobody remembers me as a songwriter, but it was really fun to see could I do it again.
Yeah.
And
how did you feel?
it was great. It was so much fun. Yeah.
I love it. Oh my God. And then to turn and say, okay, like you said, I'm going to produce, and in 5 years, Oscar noms, Emmy noms, like to me, that's mind blowing. And being in entertainment today, I'm also a screenwriter. And I'm also, I pitch TV shows as well. And I go through the industry that is crazy. How do you reflect on
really crazy right
I
now.
was going to say, I would love to get your thoughts on it because I was just telling Sarah when she walked in, I was like, I just sat through a production meeting that was insane. Like, what is your feeling of Hollywood today? How do you feel the difference? What
is your perspective of the evolution?
Yeah, I mean, Hollywood is definitely different. I think I could have told anybody how to get in the business 20 years ago and not lose money. And you just knew if you stuck to certain genres and certain avenues that your film would come out and where it would come out. And nowadays, there's every reason not to make something. I mean, it's unfortunate when any movie's made. I don't care if it's $500,000, 20 million or 100 million. My hat's off to anybody for getting it from start to finish because there is so many obstacles in the way and all along the way. I've been lucky, and again, somebody up there just really likes me. During COVID, when everybody wasn't shooting, I managed to go and do a movie in Serbia for Sony. And during the writer's strike or the big strikes that happened, again, when nobody was working, I managed to go do a movie in England with PAC Equity when SAG was preventing actors from working. And I think it's just stay in the business right now, you have to be very adaptable. You have to figure out what's working. And by the way, you have to be willing to pick up and move, like I just said. A lot of people want to cut down California right now and say, well, California, no one's shooting here. You know what? A lot of people aren't shooting in America.
That's right.
And that's a problem. And so even my next movie, we're looking at locations now. And sadly, it's a very American project. And we're looking at London, Ireland, Vancouver.
And may I ask you for that, is that a financial choice?
Oh, yeah.
It's too expensive to be filming in the US?
Yeah, it really is. Between the dollar being different in other places and getting as much as 40% tax credits, sometimes not dealing with the unions that we have to deal with here, over there, all the way around, other than moving the talent. And if you've got a movie that doesn't have a lot of talent in it, it's just much more economical to move, which is sad. I love where I live. I'd love to shoot at home. For sure.
Ironically, I shot an Ava Longoria pilot, Grand Hotel, and then they end up filming it in Los Angeles. And it took place in Miami. Like, as clear as day, doesn't have mountains. But,
I just realized that.
Yeah.
I would only hope that like the Warner Brothers lots and all these lots would sort of open up. I mean, I worked at the CBS lot and I loved walking, just your afternoon, on my break to just like walk through and see things being taped, or the show I was working on was on a break. And it's like, that's not really the life right now. So I'm hoping that it starts to make a turn.
I really wanted to come back. I mean, I want the studios full again. It used to be just great to go into the studios and realize, oh my God, this is like what we've worked so hard to do. Now it's just so different.
That was going to be my question. With your decades of incredible work, do you still see the magic of filmmaking?
I do, but I got to tell you, it's a struggle. I don't think there's anybody in the business that doesn't question why we're in it at some point.
Well, I will say, my acting teacher in college, I will always, I'll never forget this. He literally would say, if you wake up in the morning and you could think of anything else to do,
do it.
He's like, because this is really difficult. And I can't do anything else. So here we are. But, I do think, everyone's sitting in this place of like, what is this industry? Let me ask you, because you're the expert, how do you feel about AI in this business? Do you feel there's a world in which it's taking over, a world in which it's for the positive, the negative, weakening?
I'm right in the middle. AI scares the heck out of me. It does. I don't even have ChatGPT or anything on my phone. I'm always asking Hunter, who works with me, to look the ChatGPT stuff up. But I'm old school. The thing that scares me about AI are that kids are no longer going to be using their brains. I see the younger generation asking ChatGPT everything, and I don't want to do that. I want to utilize my brain as long as I can. Are there good things about it? Yes, there are. If you were to tell me you're going to make your first movie and you've only got X amount of money, AI is really going to help you. You can do effects with it. You can do sound with it. You can do your storyboards with it. So there's definitely positives with it. My fear, again, is that it's going to cost so many people their jobs that I don't know what happens from that. And we're already seeing companies like Netflix that, we spent a year where the unions spent a year fighting AI, thinking that they won, and then they didn't. Everybody's turning around and using it anyways. And I'm just not sure how we're going to stop it once we start.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a snowball.
Once Pandora's box is opened. You feel like somebody that says, if I want to do this, I'm just going to do it kind of energy. The chutzpah, I like to call it.
That's a good word.
Do you feel like you were born with it, something that you grew into to be a strength and a power in a sometimes male-dominated room, I'm sure? Like, how have you become the woman you are?
I don't know. I'm very different than my family. My family stays in Florida. They're not like me at all. Most of the girls in my family, all the way down from mothers, grandmothers, whatever, never worked. I came out wanting to leave. I just came out going, nope, there's something bigger. And I've always really liked helping people and mentoring people. Started with animals, and then it went to regular people. And I don't know, it's a drive in me more than even being successful. I like to make money to get back. That's why I do as many charities. That's why I help as many people as I can. That's why I'm trying to help every animal that I see. I don't know, there's something in me that's the joy that I get. And so even on sets, like giving an actor their first job ever, or giving a crew member that hasn't worked in a while, a job, just bringing everything together. It's just important to me. I just love the whole experience of it.
I love that. I feel like you're a great collaborator, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's a big part of producing. Sarah and I deal with, people of in the entertainment world all the time. But like a big thing that I always say is if you meet a producer who's a collaborator, you're lucky as hell, because that's really exciting. For you, when a script comes across your table, what makes you say yes? I know it's a financial thing, but what is it for you? Because every producer has their thing. What makes you tick with a script, as they say?
Mine is well, story, first off. It's amazing how many scripts come and the story's not there. I just don't understand it. If you're a writer, write. Don't wait for someone then to pay you 3 different times to make it better. You got one shot at this. So, make the story really good. And then I stick to genres that I like to see and that I know work. So I'll do thrillers all day long because I just love them. If I were to do horror, it's grounded horror. I'll never do slasher. I love biopics. I love learning from this. The great thing about our business is I'm learning things all the time. Like, oh my God, look at this story. I never knew this existed. So I love learning. We'll do things like that. I'll do action to keep the lights on, but even the action is better. But yeah, it pays my bills. I don't really like it, but it pays the bills. And comedy, I find a bit harder because I think there's like 5 actors that make comedies work. So I stay away from that a little bit more unless something amazing pops up.
Can I ask you, when you are looking at what projects to work on, what's the balance of your gut instinct versus your business strategy?
Oh,
I think it's both. I mean, I always go on my gut, definitely, but then business strategy comes right into it. So we'll do all different things. Like the next project I'm doing, 3 of my friends had squatters in Los Angeles, and I went down a rabbit hole.
I pitched her on a squatter bit. I pitched her a squatter story.
Squatters, yeah. Everybody's got one. And so
she did.
I thought, wow, this is Cape Fear meets Pacific.
You know what? That's a great tag, a log line right there, a comp, because when my husband and I were renting out Los Angeles while we were living in New York, I was terrified of squatters. That terrified me.
Right?
Yes.
And by the way, a lot of people don't realize squatters isn't a California thing. Squatters is a world thing.
Yeah,
40
it is.
countries do not have squatting rules. And the only state in America that has a squatting rule in place is Florida. Every other state, New York is bad as well. And everybody thinks this is a California thing, but more and more people are having squatters now. So I created that story. I called the writer that did my last Martin Campbell movie with Clive Owen and Daisy Ridley. He responded to it as I did. We have an amazing director that I can't announce yet that's coming on board. And it's one of my babies that I can shoot that anywhere. I need a house. And
Yes.
we're going to make that super scary and very relatable. And then for someone like me, I'd like to go in front of Congress and try to fight to change the squatting laws. So a movie like that has many meanings for me. And then we haven't really announced it yet, but I'm doing a John Lennon miniseries. I won't say who I'm doing it with.
Oh
but
my God,
Sensational.
how exciting.
yeah, so that takes me right back into music. And with this part of the John Lennon story, we're going into immigration and what John Lennon and Yoko did, had to do, and then ultimately sacrificed his life for in coming to America. So,
Oh my God.
That's inspiring to hear a producer that does projects with passion but with purpose.
Yep.
yes,
I think that's so much of even why we started this podcast is to have a purpose, to have a conversation about these things. When you talk about going to Congress, you're taking your work and you're taking to the next level and creating change in the world. And that's really what art's about.
That's art. Yeah.
that's what it should be. I mean,
Should be.
John Lennon is
But we
my
all got to do
favorite-
action films.
Yeah, I mean, John Lennon is my favorite musician, but I'm so kind of incensed with some of the things I'm seeing going on with immigration right now, that what a perfect time to bring this part of John Lennon out. Everybody else can talk about the Beatles. I'm not. I'm talking about this man and what he did to try to make a change as well. And I don't think most people have ever heard this story, and I'm ecstatic that I got it.
We can't wait to
Oh,
see it.
that's so interesting.
I wanted to ask how you have felt about the streamers that have come into the industry and kind of changed it and flipped it upside down.
I have a love-hate with the streamers. I
We
mean,
all do.
here's the love of it all. We all get to sit home and watch amazing things on TV now. We don't have to go to the movie theater anymore. And if you're someone like me, I'm a binge watcher. So I don't get tons of time. And if I could sit down and watch a whole show in one segment, that's great. That's me. Sorry. So for that reason, I love the streamers. The reasons I'm upset with the streamers, it's killed the theatrical business, and it really has. I mean, even for myself, it takes a certain movie to get me to go to the theaters nowadays. And how unfortunate is that?
Yeah.
Just for the whole, again, social experience for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, now we're stuck sitting in our houses watching things. But I will tell you, as a producer, it used to be horrible if your movie didn't come out theatrical, and now it's not. Now I could care less. In fact, there's many movies that I would rather not come out theatrical. You know, I know if I'm going to go straight to a streamer, I'm going to be number one, and I'm going to be there for 30 days, and I'm not really going to be reviewed like it would theatrical, where you could have a great movie. Like Ron Howard just had a movie come out. I don't think anybody realizes it. And it was Jude Law, Sydney Sweeney. Sorry, I'm losing my voice.
No,
good. Take your time.
Oh, no. Anyways, it was Jude Law, Sydney Sweeney, and Anna de Armas, and it made
Yeah.
$1 million at the box office.
Oh,
Like,
jeez.
what happened?
Right.
So he would have been so much better to go straight to a streamer.
Right.
And I'm sure it would have gone number one. I mean,
Yeah.
I really want to see it.
Yeah, there was this whole thing on Variety the other day with Channing Tatum saying, the actor fully admitting, listen, if I want to make a B-list movie, I'm going to go to streamers because I'm going to make money. That's what I know.
Absolutely.
That's the safety. He's like, if I want to, stick with my A-list script and try to make it myself, I might lose money. So he's like, am I compromising my art? I paraphrased it, but it's something to that extent. And I think we all worry about that as creators in this crazy industry that every morning I wake up and go, now what? So I feel you on that, but I do have to say that I'm so grateful for people like you, for producers like you, for female girl bosses like you, because we don't have them in this industry the way we should. We need more. If I can clone you, I would. Because I just wish people had your outlook, which is, like Sarah said, I'm passionate about this, and I'm going to go make this film. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to find a way. Streamer, not streamer, and I think that's huge today. I don't know if necessarily everyone does that. I think people give up or it's too difficult.
I do. And it's not an easy business. I mean, when you look at like Forrest Gump, it took 11 years to make that movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
One of my all-time.
Traffic, when we came on, I think that movie had also been out there for well over 8 years before I got a hold of it. So it's not a business for the squeamish. And it's incredible how a year or two could go by
Yeah.
in the blink of an eye.
Yes.
Yeah.
Either there's a market, you can't go to agents or actors right now because it's Sundance or it's Cannes or it's
Yes.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Or, oh my God, it's Christmas or it's Thanksgiving and no one's reading right now. Or that actor's on a set, so you got to give them 4 months. So all the way around, there's just so many things that slow your project.
Obstacles.
It's so interesting with those kind of challenges and the amount of time that you do wait for a project to be done. It's interesting to have the balance of patience and yet still have perseverance.
Oh my gosh.
To still have the drive of that project. Can I ask you what was maybe some of the biggest challenges you faced and then maybe your proudest moment that you've had so far in your career?
I think every day is a challenge. When we shot a movie called Savior, it was Oliver Stone, Dennis Quaid, way back when. The day I landed was the Milosevic uprising in Serbia. And so I had a war starting, and we had just landed. And that was, I think, one of the greatest challenges. I know I got separated from everybody for 24 hours when I first landed, and there were tons of students marching in the streets. We figured it out, but we literally had tanks coming down the street. And so we quickly moved to another part of Serbia, and the movie ultimately went, but it was challenging.
Yeah.
I think one of the prouder moments probably was the movie Traffic. I know my partner
It's a
did not
great
love that
movie. Oh, it's a great
A lot of
movie.
people didn't. They thought, what are we going to do with this movie? Who wants to see a movie about drugs? Same thing with If These Walls Could Talk, the first one that we were involved with. I mean, who wants 3 short stories about abortion? And then with both of those movies, you kind of don't want to say, I told you so, but no, one got an Emmy and a Golden Globe and a People's Choice, and the other one ultimately got 4 Oscars.
It's insane.
So those are the kind of things that we're going up,
When you take a hard subject, but you do it brilliantly.
Yes.
And accessible. And entertaining. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't mean to make
No.
and entertainment doesn't necessarily always have to be positive.
No, you're
but
shining a light.
You engage the audience. Then the audience is there for it.
Yeah. Oh my God, Cindy, I can talk to you for hours, but we can't. But all right.
Give her one more
I'm
question.
going to give you one more question.
No,
No, we would keep you here forever.
You guys are adorable. You're so
Thanks.
I want all of your energy to ooze through the computer onto me.
Are you sitting on the floor?
I am.
I love that.
You're grounded. Look at her posture.
But it's so funny. I want
posture
to
is so
be
good.
grounding too.
I have a pillow behind my back.
I'm all about grounding. I'm very spiritual.
So are we.
Radio on the floor. And by the way, we have a crazy full moon coming and a crazy eclipse coming. So on my Instagram every now and then, I never know when I'm planning it. Usually when I'm at a red light and I got 3 minutes to speak, I tell people what's about to come. And so walk barefoot for the next 3 days. As
I
much as you
will.
can.
Should
Sit
I
on
be
the floor.
walking in the grass or anywhere?
Anywhere, but if you can get in nature and on the grass.
I was
do
on
that.
the
It's
beach
very,
barefoot
very, very
today.
We're going to the grass.
My fiance is very much. He calls him his Florida feet, which you get a kick out of. He's from Palm Beach Gardens, and so I got to put on my Florida feet.
He's right, though.
No, we do walk around barefoot a lot.
It's so healthy. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm going barefoot.
But I have to ask you, what is your vice to have a marathon career like you've had?
Yes.
A vice? I don't know. I drink a lot of Coca-Colas, which are really bad.
But they're so
But
good.
it is the only thing that keeps me going. But I would say that, yeah. And then you just got to have a lot of energy. I don't know. I have a lot of energy. I love people. And persevere. Like, don't take no for an answer, because you're going to get a lot more no's than you are yeses. But that one yes could change your life.
Oh, God, I love that.
Any time that you had a powerful no?
Oh, tons. Like, again.
She's like an hour ago.
And then one day you'll pick it back up. That no becomes a yes at another time.
That does blow my mind about the entertainment industry when the no all of a sudden is yes, a year later. That does blow my mind. I would love to know this, though. Do you have something in your life that you call your happiness? You said you're spiritual. Sarah and I have a ton of things that make us happy. Food makes me happy. But is there something in particular that you touch on in your life that you're like, I keep this close, this makes me happy?
Travel is my everything. Travel makes me happy. Whenever I mean, yeah, I love exploring the world. There's hardly anywhere in the world I haven't been. And it's my happy thing. I don't know. Some people are like, oh my God, I hate to get on a plane. I'm like, really? I can't wait.
Cindy, I feel like I'm addicted.
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
I get it.
I'm going to Egypt at the end of the month. My mom said she always wanted to go, and I said, Mom, we're going then. If you want to go, we're going to do it.
I mean, I love that. I come from a group of Italians that don't travel, so I was the dark horse. They were like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? They didn't know what to understand it. But I love that you love to travel.
Travel is everything, and meeting just different cultures and different people. But like you, food is comforting, music and nature. I love nature and I love pets, but I'm one of those people, they all know here, if I'm slightly stressed out from dealing with some crazy people, I'm out there watering the plants while I'm stressed. And I don't know what it is, but just out there watering my plants.
I get you. My fiance shows me his gardens. He waters his plants. We have a lot of that. So I feel your vibes.
We're one with nature.
I understand it. Me and my fiance, we call each other lovers of nature.
That's good.
How can our listeners find all the information about all the charities to give back that you're involved in?
God, yes.
It's so impressive.
Your beautiful charity, Little Kids Rock. How can we find information on that, right? It's all online?
Yeah, everything's online. I have a website. It's www. Do we have to say that anymore? Cowan,
I don't know.
COWANENT.com. And it lists all the charities and everything that we're up to. And then I'm always on Instagram, which is Cindy Cowan 1000. I couldn't get my name, so Cindy Cowan.
I couldn't get mine for a bit.
Why can't we buy our social handles?
At 10, I went for 1000. Now I love it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Great. We love
You're
it
fine.
too.
Everyone knows how to find you. And when you're announcing your movies, will you announce on social media as well, on Instagram? Because we'd love to keep following.
I will.
Oh, thank God. Yes.
And that's soon.
Yeah, exactly. We want to keep following. Oh God, Sarah.
I'm gonna go drink a Coca-Cola.
Life's too short. My big thing is eat what you want to eat, drink what you want to drink, just be happy. Life is so short. We don't know where anything is going or what's happening in the world. So live every day to the fullest and just try to smile.
Oh my God,
Promise.
Cindy. Selfishly, I also want to just say you have touched the fountain of youth. So
Yes.
what is the thing that you do? What God do you pray to? I will start praying to that God. You look
My
amazing.
I literally tell people that Coca-Cola is my fountain of youth. I should be a Coke ad. They should literally, I think it prevents people from getting sick. I know there's every bad thing about it. I never had COVID. I don't get the flu. People can be so sick around me and I'm like,
Wait, Coca-Cola would be dumb not to put your face on their product.
It literally kills every bad thing in your system. And you know what? And I'm still here and I got the energy.
So good.
This is amazing.
I love it.
Cindy.
I'd love to give some other great thing. I haven't done Botox. I haven't done facial work. Not that I'm opposed to it. It'll probably happen sooner rather than later. I'm just chicken.
No. We're all very chicken over here. But I'm just like, I'm loving
gorgeous.
You. I'm loving you. You're gorgeous. Thank you for just
Thanks
chatting
for
with
being
us.
it all and doing it all and continuing to.
You guys, such good energy. I'm so excited I met you both. You guys are great.
Oh my God, thank you. Maybe one day we'll work together. That's a little dream that I have is one day one of my scripts will cross your table. That would be something.
Anything you heard what I like, send me whatever. I'm easily findable.
Oh, Cindy, you're so sweet.
Are you both in LA?
We go back and forth. We split time.
New York and LA.
And Florida. I do all that. The triangle.
Yeah. I'm usually touring.
The best life, then.
I'm usually on stage between New York and LA mostly, but yes, we're the bi-coastal girls.
That's amazing. Well, you guys are living the best life. You couldn't be in better places. So good for you.
That's true.
Thank you for so much for your time. Enjoy
Thank
your
you.
day and
Go enjoy your fire.
yeah.
I know, right?
God, it's so gorgeous.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Be well.
Bye. See you later.
Bye, my life. Oh, she's amazing. I
feel like we have to talk about how to do the exits
wait.
for our guests.
I don't care. I'll just keep
got it.
waving. I'll just keep smiling because I love her.
I was gonna exit stage left.
She is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm like gushing over the mic because I was like wanting to go through the computer so bad.
She showed up sitting on the ground with a fire behind her.
Sarah.
Are you kidding me?
Sarah.
Can I just tell you? That's iconic.
I didn't even get through. Hold on. Like, I'm going to read these.
She's about to do like
I'm gonna
another
read
100
these
projects
names.
and another 100 charities.
She's got-
while looking stunning.
She's produced things with like, hold on,
Every top
Spike
celebrity.
Lee, Robert De Niro, Sigourney Weaver,
Literally everyone.
And there's more. Now she's doing this NSYNC project.
We also talked about how we said we have so many friends in common. I think she's just as a woman of the industry.
Yeah,
that we
'cause
all know.
it's
and
true.
I used to do this with my girlfriend who was not in the industry. She said, "Oh, I'm dating a comedian." I said, "Give me his name," and I had no friends of his.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, he's not working," because you and I have been in circles and worked in different films.
She's mind-blowing.
But like, we have a lot of people in common.
Hold on, Cher, Sissy Spacek, Demi Moore. I mean, I'm gonna keep going, but I'll stop now. But she's
you
done
know what?
films with all the greats.
Yes, and Cindy Cowan, that's her name, and she's a great.
She's going to continue to make good stuff. I have a feeling because the fact that she was honest. It's expensive to make these things in New York and Los Angeles. I have to go to Vancouver. I got to go to Seattle.
WWE.
She was
two of our
very
stars
honest.
are in the new Street Fighter movie, and they're working in Australia.
But here's the thing. She could have said, I'm done. I'm stopping. I've made my marks. I'm not making films anymore. This is, there's no, like she said, every reason to say no in today's
I don't think a
entertainment
woman
world.
like that
she can't
stops.
Yeah, exactly. Like she's like, I'm too passionate about it. Like you said, is it passion that drives her? What is it that drives her? Apparently it's also Coca-Cola, but I love that.
I know. I have it's just a Schweppes seltzer.
No, she's
I
adorable.
got a Schweppes seltzer.
No, we got to get Coca-Colas.
Gotta get a
If I
Coca-Cola.
have to drink-
Get me off this couch.
Wait, if I have to drink Coca-Cola to look like her, she's gorgeous, guys. I can't
All right.
wait. She's gorgeous.
So my happiness is obviously meeting this powerhouse woman, but I actually recently had a Coca-Cola, so winning. Having a background in psychology of understanding people is just her going into business meetings and understanding how to navigate the brain is probably powerful, but also with a psychology background of looking at projects and being like, will audience gravitate towards this?
Well, I
That's
think,
sociology and psychology. So I think she inevitably, I said it, she has it all.
Well, you hit the nail on the head in the sense that her background of education is what brings her to read a script and then be able to decipher in that script if there's a story. Like she's right. Like I don't want to be like.
I can't imagine writers not writing and being like, this is what we want to tell.
No,
and
see-
having that solid being like, this is the point and purpose. Isn't that what would inspire you in the beginning?
You know what's funny? Yes, Sarah, you're totally right. But when a writer sits down to write, sometimes, and I've done this, I've written an entire 100-something pages of a script, and then I go back to do the next draft, and I'm like, oh my God, there isn't a story here. There's just scenarios.
Yeah.
And you don't realize that. And yes,
So
things
why
happen.
don't you do your beginning, middle, and end?
You do. You beat sheet it out.
Are you doing it all on?
Oh,
were you
yeah.
visual? Are you posting it?
I do everything.
Oh my God, we're really breaking this down.
I know.
We
This is
should
a whole
ask
nother episode.
Cindy how she did it.
We should have asked her.
I know.
But I will say she probably reads, or has her team read, and she probably reads, and she's able to sit there and go, yeah, these are great scenarios, these are great characters, but there's no story, there's no real hook that I'm clinging to enough to be like, let's do this project. But I do think she's right that the entertainment industry is in danger in a lot of ways. But it's not dead. It's not
here's
dead.
the thing, and this is what I wanted to say. You were shaking your head vehemently at
was.
AI. And the fact is you have to be fearfully aware of how things change. Because, I regret slightly that don't have the knowledge of TikTok because it is where the kids are viewing their entertainment.
I know.
And every technology, if we don't have a computer when we grow up, then we're behind. If we did not have websites online and Google, you were behind.
Yep.
So you have to understand that this is a part of our world. How do I use it for my benefit and not be fearful, also not have shame because someone else is going to be using it and going to be going better than you?
Yes, I will say this kind of.
That's what I learned from my master's. When
You're
I
not
didn't do
wrong.
it, when I didn't utilize it, I had a great professor who comes from technology and entertainment.
Yeah.
And he said, you have to understand how to harness it for your benefit.
He's right. I will say this, though. This is my PSA. This is just my thought. I have another PSA today. Jesus, Candace.
Is this the same episode? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just saying PSA a lot today. When you are writing a script, I do believe you don't I have a
No,
lot
don't
of young
churn us.
writers that are typing it into ChatGPT, write me the next scene, and you got to be
Who
careful.
are you talking to?
Oh, a lot of writers do.
Yeah,
this.
and that's terrible.
That's
So that is
Sarah's
terrible.
angry. Sarah's angry.
No, that is
100%.
not your
you
words.
Don't, and not even that. You don't. To me personally, don't give which could be an amazing idea that's in your brain that you're just working on paper over to a robot.
So
that
they
could
said
then
the owner of CEO
rip it out. You know what I
the
mean?
owner said that people talk to it like
Yes.
it's private, and it's not
Correct.
private.
It is not
They have
private.
ownership of it.
Correct.
Right. And I think that's going to be a big thing at later down the line if it's possible to understand if that's AI or if it is human.
Right, like how do they know if it's
Because
AI or
I'm
human?
sure there's going to be something with
gotta be something.
the rights of like if that actually your words or is it the computer rights?
There's got to be something. There's got to be an app out there.
There's going to be a lawyer.
A lawyer.
A lawyer's going to.
A lawyer.
I think a lot of lawyers are taking it on, and that's all the unions. But like she said, unions sometimes make things difficult, and that's why we leave.
You know what? I've been in.
I'm not picking a
Don't
side.
start
I mean,
with the unions. Between
I
all my
know.
unions,
Let's just
I was
not
in strikes.
Don't start.
for
I
years.
know.
Don't start.
Don't start.
Don't start. Thanks for joining us today.
You can follow us on Instagram at Don't Start Podcast.
Or subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
And we'll see you next time, friends.
Don't Start is produced by Anthony Street Productions.